Very happy day 11 of healing yoga. Going to be a very comforting class today, starting off in easy pose with some padding under our legs. If easy pose is easy for you, you might want to try something they call perfect or prefect pose. I've heard it both ways and I like it both ways. Perfect pose, this lovely symmetrical way to sit with your hips, or prefect pose, because we're all just students, aren't we? So finding this nice tall spine, we're going to start off with a familiar breath, Sitali breath. This is a great way to change everything about your day. It makes you pay attention and focus and have a little bit of fun with breathing. And there's something just so soothing about this open mouth breath that we're going to do. So Sitali breathing, you're either doing it through a rolled tongue, open mouth with a rolled tongue, or if you're not able to roll your tongue, curl your tongue up like a taco, then you're just breathing in and out through pursed lips. And I'll come forward quickly because I did discover I can do it. I kept saying, oh, I can't roll my tongue. And Jason's like, yeah, you can. That is not attractive face, but that's what we're doing with our tongue there. Just having that little bit of roll, and then it's an inhale and exhale through the mouth. And we're going to go here for a few moments just to really allow the body to find some space. And this is a place where you really want to drop in and listen to the breath, feel the breath. And if you'd like to lay down into a more reclined pose, please feel free. This is a very comfortable class. And we'll go for a few moments here. Just sit nice and tall. Hands can be resting on your lap or maybe folded in front of you, and in and out through that rolled tongue or pursed lips. Just start to breathe, inhaling into the belly and pulling that coolness of air all the way up through your entire lungs capacity. Pull it up front and back and side to side. This is a slow breath. You're not trying to rush the air through the pursed lips or through the rolled tongue. You're taking your time with it. It's a meandering breath. Allow everything to slow down here. We'll keep going for a little while longer. Just let yourself drop into this. 10 more rounds or so. Really pay attention to the breath coming in, filling the body, send it back out. This lovely exchange of the old and the new, bringing it in, letting it go. Take a nice, slow, deep inhale. Hold the breath in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly through the mouth with control. Hold the breath out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And resume normal breathing. Tuck your chin to your chest and feel a little stretch through the back of the neck and shoulders. And this tucking of the chin, this bowing of the head forward. Just allow yourself to set an intention here tonight. Maybe just the title of the class, bringing a little comfort in. Maybe you would like to send some energy out to the universe. Or maybe you have a prayer in your heart that feels appropriate for this moment. And let your face come back up. Roll into your shoulders a few times. Then we're going to settle into a very quieting forward fold. And I'm definitely going to keep my blanket under my hips for this. You can feel free, stretch your legs out for a moment and just let them be long. And then we're going to bend the knees so that the soles of the feet are very comfortably on the ground in front of us. And then knees are hip distance. I'm actually going to pull my feet in a little bit more. And we're going to fold forward, trying to bring the belly toward the thighs. We're not coming down to roll into the spine, but we're trying to fold forward, belly coming toward the thighs. And then here, maybe arms will rest on your shins, or maybe you'll bring the hands up so the forehead can rest. Maybe you'll even hug the legs. And then just quiet in to this space. Find a resting place for the head that feels nice and natural. And we're going to just hold here in this very quiet forward fold, allowing the beauty of a forward fold to take hold here. Just breathing in and out through the nose. Feel into the back of the body. Let your eyes soften. And feel stress and tension melt out of your neck and shoulders, out of your entire spine, and breathe deeply, trying to expand into the kidneys, into the hips, into the shoulders. And just let your world quiet for a while. Jaw relaxes, eyes soften. And just notice the quality of your thoughts here. Are you able to drop to the moment and follow the breath in and out? Are your thoughts still a little busy and outward? Bring focus to the breath. Bring focus to the feeling of the feet pressing into the earth, the sit bones pressing into the earth. Give yourself a break here. Allow another easy breath, just enjoying the process of bringing the body down, of allowing the mind to calm, allowing the body to soften. Slowly start to lift up, roll into your shoulders and neck a few times. And then we're going to come to sit in bound angle pose. Soles of the feet come together, knees open out. Stay up on your height with those hips if you're feeling any tightness. And here in this position, the closer the heels are to the body, the more intense the pose is. You can bring the feet out a little bit further. And we're going to walk forward. We're going to come into another forward fold here, this time the hips nice and open. Just finding your way forward. And forward folds really look different on everybody, and they look different depending on what time of day it is on everybody as well. So just take your time making your way forward, hands to the earth or forearms or forehead to the feet. Find your way inward. And return to your breath, noticing how the exhales allow you to soften. Noticing how the inhales lift you up ever so slightly out of the pose. And then allowing that softening again. these slower, quieter classes really cultivate patience. Patience for yourself and patience for the world around you. Adjust as you need to, but just stay in this fold, noticing how the body releases as you hold a little longer. One more slow and easy breath. Quietly lift back up. Knees come together, legs stretch out, and give yourself a little release. And a few more forward folds here before we come on down to our mat. And this one I didn't mention before class, but if you have a belt or a strap handy and would like it, we're going to come into a few forward folds that maybe you would want the strap to find the foot. I'm not going to go for my strap just because I want to keep it a little bit more comfortable for myself and a little more easy. Easy with that extra E in there. And so we're going to come into you're going to bring that right ankle in to the groin. Left leg goes out nice and long. And then twist so that the torso is pressing toward the toes. And you can have a little bend here in the knee, just a softening or maybe even a little bit more of a bend. We're going for opening in the back of the leg, but we're not really going for an intense hamstring stretch. We're easing our way into this. So twisting forward, and fingertips can come to the earth just to help keep your shoulders square toward the toes. As you inhale, lift through the chest, press through the sit bones. And as you exhale, slowly start to fold in. Hands can come to the shin or next to the shin. If you have that strap, you can wrap it around. And then once you're here, just soften. Soften into this forward fold. And as you exhale and feel the body relax, just adjust. Check in with your face. We often hold tension at the face without even realizing. Soften through your forehead and your eyebrows, allowing the face to become expressionless but peaceful. This quiet smile, just the back of your mind here as you soften in, relaxing through the cheeks and the jaw, the tongue. And notice where else this stretch might be causing tension, and breathe. Allow that tension to release. Slowly start to walk on up. Right leg goes long, left leg comes in, switching sides. The heel can come in as close as you'd like, twisting your torso, your shoulders toward the right leg. As you inhale, lift up through the heart, through the chest, keep that lengthening. And as you exhale, soften forward. Just noticing if you can release tension here through the back of the body, through the right hip or the left hip. Maybe that's pulling a little more. Notice where you can ease with your exhales. Forward folds can be very changing, especially when you're in a longer hold like this. Don't feel like you have to hold stiffly. Feel free to move and float with the breath. And bring any adjustments in as the body opens. Several more rounds of breath here. And slowly start to walk the hands back in. Both legs go long. And just give yourself a little shimmy. And we're going to move into one of my all-time favorite sequences ever. And we're just going to hold it a little longer than I normally would. So our first pose, bring right leg in front into a nice, comfortable, easy pose. And let's recenter here for a moment. Flip your palms down, let your eyes close, and drop your chin to your chest. Just really elongate into the spine. Bring your face back up. And simply, we're going to walk forward into a forward fold. And this is one of those places where you just want to see where your body is tonight. Keeping the spine nice and long. Start to pull the chest forward, and maybe the palms come to the earth. And this is your forward fold. Maybe you're able to walk out to forearms. If it's okay, or as we release here, maybe you can walk out and press forehead to the earth. Another great option too is if your forehead's almost there, you can bring hands so that the head can simply rest, or if you have blocks or a pillow, feel free to use that as well. And just melt into this position. Forward folds can be a little confronting and they can be a little tough. So if you need to, you come up and you release. And then as you're able to, you come back in. Breathe into the back of the body. Very easily walk your hands up and in. Press them back just long enough that you can change the cross of your legs, lifting tall into your spine, and then slowly folding forward. Forward fold. On the opposite side, just folding over that left leg. And returning to that anchoring down, that grounding down, that quieting in. One more full belly breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then walk yourself back up. And we're going to come up and around into tabletop position. Your blanket under your knees is lovely padding. It's very comfortable, so I highly recommend. If you don't need it though, feel free to move your blanket out of the way. We're going to come into a puppy pose or Anahata Asana from here. So as you are ready, walk your hands forward out toward the upper edges of your mat. And then from here, you start to bring your chest down toward the earth. Hips stay up over the knees. Maybe forehead comes down, maybe chin or cheek comes down. And breathe here into this very gentle inverted pose. Hips up over the heart, such a treat for the body. Breathe deeply and enjoy it. And slowly start to move yourself up and back into tabletop position and just sway the hips a few times. Release the shoulders. And knees will come together. We're going to press back into a classic child's pose. So knees are together, arms reach back, forehead presses to the earth. If the shape does not work for you, you'll modify as you need to, maybe hands under, maybe you're up a little bit more. Maybe you're still in that puppy pose we were just in. Soften into your breath again and really feel expansion here at the back of the body. Take this opportunity to really find that space through each individual rib cage, through both of your kidneys, through both of your shoulder blades. Mindfully breathing slowly and fully. And slowly come up just enough that you can move into wide child's pose. Knees coming a little further apart and arms reaching forehead forward. Forehead can come back down to the earth. And final moment in child's pose. Stay here or press back into that classic version. Just rounding over the legs again. 5 more breaths, nice and slow. And slowly start to come on up. We're going to move into a forward folding version of pigeon pose. If forward fold pigeon is not for you, feel free to come to your back for reclining pigeon. We're just gonna keep going though with that quieting in, that comforting in of, but forward fold pigeon is quite intense. And if it does not bring you comfort, then go ahead and recline back. Blanket can stay available for that left hip if you need a little bit of space, and either from tabletop or maybe downward facing dog for that little bit of length. Start to bring right knee or left knee forward toward the left wrist, and then the ankle is toward the right ankle or toward the right wrist, which I'll turn toward the front here so you can see. Right leg going straight back, and that height under the hip, that might feel really nice and supportive. And then from here, maybe you stay up on palms. Maybe you come down to forearms. Maybe you're able to walk out further and bring forehead down to the earth. And just relax as you can. That left hip might start to talk to you here and try to hold tension. Use those exhales to let that tension go. And just stay with it here. Slowly, slowly start to come on up. Move back to your center. Take a breath. And then as you're ready, start to move into right-sided pigeon. Knee coming up toward the right wrist. Ankle coming up toward the left wrist. Left leg going straight back. Blanket can be under the hip and then as you're ready, fold in and resume that slow, easy breathing. And slowly start to move up and back to your center. And we'll move on to our backs. Keep your blanket handy for Shavasana. For now, hug knees to your chest. Feel that grounding. And then knees stay hugging in, arms out to a T shape. If you'd like a little bit less intense of a twist, you'll bring the soles of the feet down to the earth. Otherwise, let your knees fall over to the right. Turn and look over the left shoulder. We're going into this twist, going for maximum spinal rotation from the bottom to the top. Just feel that spine open, breathing deeply into the belly, into the lungs, into the chest. Slowly start to come through center, untwist. And second side, knees fall to the left, face turns to the right. And breathe. Slowly start to come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. And then feet down to the earth. Come out just for a brief moment into a bound angle pose. Reach your arms up overhead. Create a little bit of stretch through the body. And the knees come together, arms come down to your sides. And if you'd like, you can cover up for Shavasana. Just allowing this stillness for a few moments. Tonight's class, so quieting. Just allow this to be another place where you allow that slow breathing and those exhales to really carry you into this quieter place. Feel your feet relax, your legs, softness through your hips, through your glutes. Breath slow and easy, the belly lifting and falling. Feeling softness through the backs of your hands, your wrists, up through your arms, up to your shoulders. Feeling your shoulder blades release and your spine soften. Relax your neck, your mouth, and all the little muscles around your eyes. Feel softness. Allow rest. And start to deepen your breath. And allow a little movement to come back into the body. And bend into your knees. Then as you are ready, come on up into a comfortable seated position. Hands at your heart in a gesture of gratitude. And we'll end class with 3 ohms. Fill your space with the sound of your voice. Inhale deeply. Om. 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 Thank you for taking the time to take care of yourselves today. Namaste. Thanks for finding comfort with me today.